Take a look at what's moving underneath the markets right now. We're going to do that with Bloomberg's Jess Menton sitting to my left. And tell me about the winners, of course, in the first half of the year.
So if you use the MOV function in the terminal, looking at, not surprisingly, what the best performer is, it is NVIDIA, even though it did stumble in recent weeks here, up around 150%. So best percentage and point gainer here. But just behind that, Constellation Energy here. So that is a utility type stock. But a part of this is also tied to AI and the data center type businesses. So that stock's up more than 70%. But flipping over and looking at the declining side here, Walgreens, biggest percent declining here, down over 50% year to date. So earlier this week, it did cut its full year adjusted profit outlook just because it saw sluggish demand environment for its pharmacies as well as U.S. consumers. And then, of course, if you want to look at the point decliners here in the S&P 500, Tesla is the biggest one. Right behind it is also Intel, both of those having different issues when it comes to their growth outlook, Katie.
Yeah, some real have and have-nots when it comes to the first 6 months of 2024. But bring us into the day of. What is moving on this Friday?
So the big thing, Nike, have to bring it up. NKE is the ticker symbol on this. If you look at this stock, down over 18% right now. It is on pace for its worst percentage decline if this holds into the close since February of 2001. Some of this was associated with its, basically, if you look at its full year outlook, did disappoint analysts, come short of expectations, but also you're seeing some issues of slowing demand with some of its more casual shoes here. But if you look at some of those who are benefiting from this, Adidas, if you look at its U.S. listed ADR shares there, that is higher. But also on the flip side of that, if you want to see what other companies that Nike is bringing lower, Lululemon. So that's also lower right now. If you look at that stock, down about 3% right now. But also Lululemon is the second worst performing stock in the first half of this year, down over 40%, Katie.
There you go. And bring it home. Tell me about Nokia.
So that's another one. Also a bit of another AI type play here. So when you look at this deal for Nokia to buy Infinera, actually this is a all cash. So it's basically 70% of the deal will be paid in cash. And then also the rest of it is going to be Nokia's American depository shares here. So this is going to be a $2.3 billion deal here. But I was talking to Yishin Shen. She covers ARBs on our equities team as far as when it comes to the regulatory process here. And she was saying it could be lengthy just because Nokia would be buying a U.S. listed company here. So when you are looking at that, that is something to watch here. But Infinera, if you look at this, up about 18% on pace for its best day since November of 2022. And then if you look at Nokia, those U.S. listed shares up close to 2%, Katie.
Yeah, some really interesting potential M&A there. But like you say, a lot of questions to answer first. Jess Menton, have a great weekend.